friends of our channel and YouTubers, we insist, please, try to watch the videos in sequence because the information sometimes is complementary. Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, 7th Encounter, October 3, 2010. Question: Mike asked, what we call pyramid power, where objects placed at a designated height, within a structure made to the same proportions as the Egyptian pyramids, is able to keep food fresh, sharpen blades, etc. Even said to cure illness. Is the pyramid acting as an energy-focusing device? If so, what energy? Yes, Mike, the pyramids were built as primitive tuners and amplifiers of cosmic energy. Cosmic energy is what keeps the whole universe in balance. She is the mother of all energy that exists and lives. There are pyramids in different planets. They were not built by ancient civilizations, but for them. They gave the final touch and decor in accordance with their cultures. The pyramids, in its resonance chamber, had the capability to receive direct communication from the home planet in the old days, and were used by the representatives of these cultures' elites earthlings, to receive knowledge, tuning their minds with what they considered beyond. They cannot be used as an instrument, but they amplify up to 11 times the reception of cosmic energy. Never were tombs of kings, as your archaeologists wondered for a long time. This technique of channeling energy can be used by anyone. The cosmic energy can restore features of minerals and vegetables, but mainly acts on the brain waves of humanoids. One day your science will understand how the brain is tuned with the cosmos. Its energy can be amplified and directed. You see, your brain power will cause the communication to the small stone is transmitted through space to the moon. This cosmic energy, when acting in the brain, causes reactions throughout the body, because it greatly increases the level of plasmic energy that flows throughout the nervous system. This increased energy can facilitate repair of hotspots that can be isolated or semi-isolated by physical problems, strains, inflammation, etc. The brain is like a biological power generator. For any problems he may be generating very little power, and this leads to problems of slow reaction to the rest of the circuit. The pyramid can act as an injection of energy to reactivate the brain and nervous system, and then the body reacts by fighting the body problems more effectively. If you're healthy, your brain and nervous system are balanced, but if you want to test it, build a pyramid where you can come in and meditate. The energy incident on the faces are concentrated in the center of the pyramid, redirected by the prism effect. The best raw material to build are sheets of mineral glass, concrete or rock slides, as well as improves resonance. Avoid using metal, as they reverberate and lose energy, and there is the grounding effect of the signal. Do not use wood or plastic because they do not cause the resonance needed. The correct measurements of each triangular face is, any unit, 3.2 base and 2.0 at the both sides. From these measurements, you can use any size, smaller or larger. Install the pyramid with a face aligned to magnetic north-south line, as well as the planet is also aligned with the magnetic spin of the galaxy. Place in the center of the floor a support of a 0.7 tall timber, where you can get to absorb as much energy. Today, we have systems in fitness, making these energy applications with accuracy, depending on the individual's need for recovery. Do not put their sensitive electronic devices, as they may have malfunction. Question: Mike asked, there has been a suggestion that our solar system is not originally part of the Milky Way galaxy. It is apparently in the process of being pulled in, or captured by the Milky Way, from its original home, the Sagittarius Dwarf Galaxy. This is said to account for the angle to the ecliptic at which our solar system lies, on the edge of the Milky Way. Do you know something about this, Mike? I'm not sure about that. I could try to check in very ancient history. Some galaxies collided long ago, and still is recombining. Many celestial bodies are not occupying their original positions, most were aggregated on the formation of galaxies. In my personal opinion, I do not believe that the Milky Way has passed close to the Sagittarius Dwarf Galaxy, without catching it entirely. That would be nearly impossible. When two galaxies with large mass difference come so close that they touch, the largest one always attracts the smallest, modifying the route of least to itself. The galaxies, in proportion to their size, are very slow in its movements. The gravitational force of two nearby galaxies is immense. It's different when one celestial body is traveling at speed, and passes close to another in its route, stealing their moons. Question: Mithy, you have a family somewhere? Yes, I have my biological parents on my planet. There, in addition to my biological parents, have many other counterfeit parents. When we're teenagers, we traveled a lot in exchange. I lived for a time in several different places, completing my training. Every family gets you like son. I was born in the city but lived in the countryside, in the 3 colonies, met all professional options that interested me in their original locations, to form my own personality. And now I am a researcher, and am single. One day I may have a child. Question: Steve asks, many abductees report having implants in parts of their bodies. Do you know what are these implants? Well, Steve, as I said before, the Earth is visited by many races, some of them has much interest in the area of biological development. As the Earth is not yet part of the community Galactica, we do not have much information about what other races are doing. They can do whatever they wished, since they do not cause problems for your communities. To my knowledge, the identification chips are placed on creatures that are under some kind of study. When collecting genetic material, to be used to crossbreed in other beings, scientists must be able to locate the original sources again, for new collections or simple observation. It's like a numbered test tube. Some breeds have genetic problems to solve, physical mutations for many generations, had developed pathogenic abnormalities, which can be treated with changes in genes. You are a race of humanoids with a strong physical constitution, are still at an early stage, where there was not much loss of essential characteristics. A good source of genetic humanoid material. See, normally they do not have bad intentions. Some breeds do not have the necessary respect because they think you are a race less developed intellectually. Actually, you also do this with your own races of humans, less fortunate. You test drugs, and do all sorts of experiences. You also use animals to do so. Look, I'm sure these human abductees have not suffered major physical injuries, psychological only, because they were caught by surprise. This kind of thing must end when your planet become part of the community, as an independent breed. Question: Steve asks, where are you exactly from in terms of your home? An exact location in the universe would be helpful. Steve, as I told before, I live in the Andromeda galaxy. The most accurate that I can give you is that my planet is in the right quadrant of the galaxy, near the superior border, is viewed from Earth. My solar system is approximately 540 light-years from the center of my galaxy. Our solar system has 26 planets, 54 moons, and our Sun is 18.3 times bigger than yours. Our planet is located on the 7th orbit, and has 3 moons. We have 3 colonies in the 5th, 6th, and 8th orbit planets. We are very distant, and our units of astronomical coordinates are quite different from those used here. Everything is in hologram, programmed to monitor the actual movements, with the ability to zoom in, to view the planets up close. It is impossible to see with telescopes solar systems in a galaxy far away. Your scientists will never be able to catalog us. Will be very easy when you have access to information from the database of the community Galactica. When you capture the image here, the object may no longer exist for a long time. In databases you will have the information in real time, galactic time. Question: there are warlike and dangerous breeds, you know, nowadays? Unfortunately, yes. I don't like to play in these matters, but you asked, and are real situations. There are colonies of breeds that are bellicose by nature, are misdemeanors. They have no ability to solve all their social problems, and degrade in hostile behavior. You have here the so-called pirates. Well, they are interplanetary pirates. They are breeds with the appearance of greys, with approximately 1.6 meters, but skin color is more to brown. The eyes are smaller and dark brown, and the expression of the face is unpleasant. Long ago, some of these groups have taken over several spacecraft of some peaceful planets, and used them to loot and smuggle goods, flowing through the solar systems. These gangs also simulate codes of commercial spacecraft, to circumvent the system of transport gateways. Sometimes, piggyback on motherships of some connived breeds, for certain solar systems under supervision, bypassing the official system of transport. Once they are in a solar system, it is difficult to detect, but when they want to move to another system has to use our transport gateways. Where there is more chance of apprehension. As you can see, there are problems in all levels of technology and development. They may also be circulating here, without any control, collecting biological material to third parties or even abducting people, to work in their colonies. Sometimes we can trap and surround some of their ships, but, for everyone we confiscate them steal too. They also do much business with the reptilians, for all galaxies. The reptilians do not steal, but seize opportunities to buy products, without asking the source for convenience. How many of your nations did in the old days with your own pirates? They usually work without attracting much attention, are unlikely to appear publicly on your planet, but may be very active here if the reptilians install an official colony here. As I told you before, there is a kind of a race of greys who works with the reptilians beyond the pirates. They are like their counters, managing the business for them, and, of course, participating in the gains in the negotiations. You asked me the other day about objects near your sun, so we found a concentration of spacecraft in the Kuiper Belt near Pluto. About 20 large spacecraft are there at the moment. We do not know what they do there. It also has a spaceship coming from Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy, landed on the surface of Urano, conducting operations. This huge spacecraft can be easily detected by your telescopes when it takes off. Wait for our next video. Thanks for watching. Join our channel. You are welcome there.